we talk about this, I really want us to really focus on this trend line. Is the most simplest trading plan in this under this course. We have treated personal, we have treated golfing. Trend line is the most simplified form of trading plan. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you can master trend line, oh God, you don't need to. You may not. It's not compulsory to refine, especially when you are in a higher time frame. But because maybe probably you don't have much capital, like to accommodate maybe somehow this But once you get your touch at the intersection of a trend line and other SNR, golfing, we're going to talk about trend line plus golfing, trend line plus SNR, trend line plus liquidity sweep. That's a big secret. It's a big secret, my guy. It's a big secret. I'm telling you, it's a big secret. This thing, particularly bad is QMX. That's a combination of QM and a cross of trend lines. A combination of QML and a cross of trend lines. When two trend lines cross together and you have a this like this, probably another one comes from this place to drive out. Another one comes from this place to take it. So you have that as a massive, it's highly probable. Highly probable. It's highly probable. It's highly probable, right? So we talk about, we still go to explore it more. Just focus on a particular area of this trend line. I'm telling you, you don't need to, you don't need to have much. And that's why I took my time to do research on many ones that these people showed me, and the one I did on my own that is most, most consistent, and and because pattern do repeat. If pattern repeats now and then, that means that pattern is highly profitable. If you see a pattern that is recursive, either in the past 100 years ago and is still now, is still working, is still consistent, take hold of that pattern. Take hold of that pattern. Yeah. So we'll come into this. Let's quickly see rush. Let's see more example I did here. Yeah, we come to the power of X, the X factor of trend line. The X factor. What is the X factor? We talk about the confluence area or in trading. Confluence is when 2 or 3 points of technical facts converge together at the same point to give the same signals or the same direction. That make that place to become a confluence. We call it a confluence point when 2 or more technical facts or price action price action element, other trend line or candlestick or whatever, they come together at the same place. They intersect each other at the same place. So that area becomes a confluence point. So the point could be S and R plus trend line. It could be 2S. It could be 2S and R, meeting with a trend line. It could be 2 trend lines or 3, crossing together, intersecting, each other. And whenever you see price, touches that intersection and withdraws back, either up or above it, like it did here, like what happened here with this cross. If you see, if this is a trend line that connects a particular high, a particular resistance like this downward, then you see another one that connects a particular scenario upward. They both intersect here. They both intersect. The 3 points intersect each other here. And you see a price that taps into this place and withdraws back. You must locate, this is a secret, you must locate what I call, we will come into that, please, we'll come into that, what I call a confluence here, a confluence here, a confluence here. You must locate a confluence here. When you get a confluence here, this intersection here, price tap into it, withdraws back, it's going to be powerful, massive, massive. That's what I learned from, I got from this man, 411. I don't know this other name. Read pen name is 411. Yeah. So we come into that knowledge and we use that knowledge now, we transfer it. Please circle that in your mind. Put that in your mind. It could be in this format. It could be in this format. You could see a breakout like this, a breakout, a trend line, then a kind of a SNR. It intersects with an SNR here. Either the SNR is a multiple level of SNR or a single SNR. But if it becomes a multiple level, that may make it so strong. And price tap into it. Immediately you see a withdrawal back downward, you are selling. If it is like this and price tap into this and like you see a cross, let me go to this thing and do that. Let me go to chart and do that. So whenever you see this like this, whenever you see this like this, we see this like this, but that's what you are looking to see. Want to see something like this? The 3 points jumps here. The 3 points jumps here. Or it could be the 4th point that jumps it. As long as we have the DC connecting the DC in the right way. So that would be the 4 points. It doesn't have to be compulsory. It doesn't have to be compulsory to see that it must be 2 of them must be 3, right? Now we have here an S and R. We have an S and R here that the trend line connects. S and R downward. We have S and R downward. I'm taking my time to really show you this. I'm taking my time to really show you this. So if you have that, then probably we now have a kind of a, this thing. Probably this one breaks upward like this, then it comes down. A kind of breaks down. That is have a wick here. Let me do it like this. Let me do it like this. So this is if that is this is the trend line, Then if that's trend line, that's a trend line that connects S and R. And now here, you can get, if you can get a kind of midpoint here, the midpoint, get a kind of this in here, right? Then you now get something like this, something like this, something like this. Hmm? Get something like this. Yeah. Hmm? You have something like that. You have something like that. Hmm? At this level of confluence, at that level of confluence, you have something like that. Hmm? So that means this place become what? A confluence area. So immediately you get that, what do you do? Okay, immediately you strike immediately. Hmm? Rather you have this as what? As a liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweep. Hmm? As a liquidity sweep. That means price is going to whoosh, going to be a big drop. Going to be a big drop here because price has been trying to be subsided, try to compress together in a tight range here towards the end of this confluence area. That has got to be very tight. Can you see the tight range here? Hmm? It was coming from this wide base then to a tight to a tight edge. Yeah, towards the edge of it. Then you're going to see a big a big drop, right? If you happen to be if you happen to be buy, if it's going to be buy a strong buy, that means you want to see something like this. You want to see something like this. The same way, you want to see something like this. Hmm? You want to see something like this. Then another one crosses from here, crosses it from here. Probably you see something like this. Yeah, you see something like this. Another one crosses like that from there. Hmm? So that means you want to see something. This is an narrow support level, be connected upward. Then you have another one coming from here, from the past, either from high of this in the past. See this. Hmm? So you now get a kind of so probably this is let me do it like this. If this happened in the past, let's take this. If this happened in the past, So you want to see something like this. If you get a connection from the past like this, then another one process like that, then you see a candlestick that connects from there, a kind of this one is a bearish candle. Then you have this connection like this at the point of that, probably this is a very, you know, yeah. So that means this, if this happens to be a kind of let this one be a kind of a scenario in the middle here, then you have the standard scenario, connect this together. So this is an scenario. Either it is a cross or a gap or thereabouts. This is trend line. This trend line. Trend line 1. Trend line 1. There is trend line 2. Second point. Trend line 2. Trend line 2, right? So that means once you get this here, that's a good point of attention that creates attention there, the significance, something that creates attention. So it creates attention, that means you are buying into this place. We want to see the next place will be a boom, a big boom. It's going to be a big boom. It's going to be a big boom. It's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. Yeah, it's going to be massive. I'm telling you, it's going to be massive. Yeah, that means this place must give this. It must produce this. This place will give this, something like that. Something like that. Can you see that? So if this is coming from the top, then this place is coming from the previous past, past, the previous past. So you see a kind of a kind of a push higher to break above the other, you break above this place or thereabout. And once you get to this place, what you look at for, this is what we want to talk about now. That is the listen. That's a big blast. That would make a big blast. That would be a big blast. So let's see what we can, how we can make use of this. Yeah. That's how we can make use of this. So you must be able to spot pattern. Ability to spot pattern, create a great probability power, create a good this daily time lower, people have to go to 2 minutes, but go to 15 minutes. Okay, let's see remain in the looking for the pattern to describe my the X power. Like this place now. Oh. Yeah, I'm seeing one here. You can imagine what happens here. Oh, if this is connected to this. So does that we touch that place? Wow, it touches. So that means we were looking at this place now as what? As a connection area for cell. Big cell, big cell, to be big cell. Big cell. Get another candidate that connect the trend line that connects another from the bottom right upward. Let's see if you can get. Let's see if you can get. Look, you need to look to your left back and forth to see the possible stuff there. Connect it with this. Connect to this. Let it touch. Yes or no? The support level. Right? Wow. Wonderful. Wonderful. Can you see that? Can you see the connection? This X. This X. This X. We may not have this as does not connect because it's supposed to connect the two like this. Number two supposed to connect. Number two supposed to connect, but it doesn't connect the way we wanted it. So once you get here, right? Once you get here, you want to yeah, and price moves to touch that. Do we get a candlestick a polar? So we get look at this place. Look at this place. We know liquidity sweep now. Tell you about this liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweep here. There's a liquidity sweep. There's an SNR here. Can you see this SNR? It was touched. It's a strong area because we have this 1, 2. We have this in the past. Can you see that in the past? Can you see that SNR in the past? The level of multi-level at the same place, at the same place, at the same place. It connects with. Can you see it? It connects with this thing here. Just at the same place. Connect. To connect at the same place. Oh la la. Can you see that? It connects at the same place. At the same place. See this this thing here, right? Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. That means it has been weakened. So price breakthroughs at last here. You return back to it. You return back to it. Return back to it. After this breakout, become fresh here. Price tap into it. Price tap into it. Price tap into it. They create a kind of miss. Then the last tap will be here, right? So the last tap is there, and we have this is a cross from below. Cross over to this point 2. This is now. Can you see the engulfing? This is first engulfing. Engulfing bar. This is another engulfing. It was taken out. Price break through it. Then a pull back into it, into this place. Now, this strong broken support, which has become a new resistance. So that's how to do part of your storyline. You must have a very sound storyline to build upon a structure, right? So once you get to this place, you will not wait again. You may see not to like go further, but a kind of but sometimes there could be a spark. You can imagine once I get a breakdown here, If I want to wait enough, I get a breakdown here. If I get a breakdown here like this, it takes out this low, this engulfing zone was broken out. I'll wait for this, then push downward. Or you may, if you are the type of risk taker, you will start, because this is a rejection, right? You graph liquidity, you graph liquidity. That's a powerful rejection area. Can you see there? Like what happened in the past? He grabs, it comes down. It grabs, it comes down. Here too, it's going to do the same thing here. Can you see this? It grabs. Can you see that? It grabs liquidity now. See it? This one push higher, and this touch the distance back again. So you immediately set up your what? You set up your short position. Set up your short position at the close of this, then your stop loss will be here. You are targeting what? We are targeting that's 196 stop loss. It's 196. You could still refine it lower. You can still refine it lower. You can still refine it lower. So you are waiting for this pattern to implement. If you are the risk averse type, you want to wait for this pattern, price will pull back to it. Because this is an engulfing, right? You want to wait for this engulfing to be taken out. Then power release here, then you move downwards to sell. You want to wait for this engulfing to fail. You want to wait for this engulfing to fail so that you can sell it to that area. Into that area of fail. You can sell into it. So this is the breakout you see in lower time frame you want to sell it to. If you want to wait for that confirmation, or if you want to take a risk entry, you will have entered your DC as withdraws back because you grab liquidity, and because this is a daily chart, if you go lower, you see enough of we must have gotten the. I don't want to destroy because this is a play stuff, a replay moment. Yeah, so you will have seen this. If you get this, fine. If you want to wait for confirmation, you are going to wait for market to take out this level for a break of market structure there. So let's see what happens. Price pull back into it. Wow. Price pull back into it. Good ones. Can you see that? This and this become another tap. If price tap into it again, into this level. Under the same scenario there. Price tap into this again because it has become fresh here. No, not fresh. It has tapped here. Then price tap into it. You have a miss here. Then we have gotten this structure is established now. It's established. Although it has never broken until here. That's established. This place push it lower. It has established. So we have this another KML, internal KML here, formed below this SNR, below the support area. Yeah, that's strong broken support. Yeah, forms below it, the new resistance, below the new resistance. So you want to see more sales downward. Big one. You can imagine your this in this reach here, almost about ×4 RR. It's reached there. And you take your this in lower. You protect your capital. You can take it to a break-even point, or you move it lower, or you circle out some percentage, to but this is another engulfing that forms here. Then a kind of a structure again, the regular type of a trend line forms here too. formed there too. Formed here too. So see. Yeah. Wow. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And see that? I want to see another this thing here. Price breakthrough there. You can see it. You can see it. See here. This is engulfing, right? Engulfing. Engulfing. So that's how to trade the DC here. So you can use this again to re-enter your sell. You can use it to re-enter. You're going to see more cells here. This is another engulfing here. At point 3, you have another engulfing there. Another engulfing here. So you usually wait for that pattern. If liquidity grab, they tap into this SNR, liquidity grab, come down. You can scalp this. You can scalp it. Once you see the next place, you sell it to it. Sell it to it. See it. See price. See price. Till today. Till date. This is on the 30th, right? With the close of Friday on 29th of September, you got good sell. Right from this place. You need to monitor it. Put your stop loss, protect your capital, put down your stop loss, enter new this level here. This tap into this as price tap into this SNR. Can you see it? SNR level there. So this is how to combine your SNR with a trend line. Yeah, SNR with trend line. You grab. This is how to connect it. Because we have seen another opportunity of PNL. This level, this level, this level. This is the peak of it. Engulfing. Wow. You can imagine the big cell, the huge cell there. You can imagine the huge cell. You can imagine the huge cell there. See the grab of liquidity into this with a tap into this SNR, that SNR of KML. Then what do you get? You get a push downward from another this here. Oh my God. Oh my God. From another this here. Then your this will be your first day profits will be here. Then you move get downward. And price continue to move. And you can imagine that it's a big move there. So we have almost about so the close of Friday, you have times 4, then the previous one was times 4 again, that's times 8. So that's how to trade your this pattern trend line to trade. Yeah. So that's for the X factor, I mean, of trend line, X factor of your trend line. It could be let me check US or NASDAQ 100. I don't really think this one has this down or like good. I don't really think so. I don't. See the kind of definition here. Let's connect. There's no definition except you use your DC here. This is power. This is KML. This is KML. This is KML. This is KML. Connect. Does it connect? Is there a connection there? Let's see if there's a connection. We know. I use this. Can we use this? No, it does not go with it. Doesn't go with it. Or so you need to look at the one that goes with it. Yeah, you need to look at the one that goes with it. Connect. Disconnect. Wow, that's great. Connect. Tap into it. Yeah, and we have a good see up there. This and a coffee, right? That's what you need to see in your point of trend line. And say golfing zone there. You're a golfing zone, then you move higher. And golfing here, and it moves higher. And golfing here, and it moves higher. And see it, golfing and golfing. Hmm? And price tag into it. If you watch carefully, see that this is a graph, liquidity graph. Liquidity graph here, liquidity graph here, this place here, liquidity graph, it moves higher. This is liquidity graph and it's moving now to touch it. Liquidity graph. You can use this information to your own advantage. Graph. Got that. And it comes down like that. Yeah. So that is the stop there. Yeah. Yeah. That's the you see here. The power of X. Then so we know we got this right. we want to see if there will be this here, a tap with a rejection there, right? There's a tap into it. So have a this, yeah, we have a connection there with a trend line. Sorry, with the SNR. Have a connection there with SNR, right? This is first trend line, the second trend line, then SNR here. Hmm? What do we get? Wow, can see this spark. That's why I told you so that you need to be very smart. Once you see this thing here, this level here, yeah, right? Can imagine this thing there. Can imagine this stuff. See, see. So you can see use this as a breakout signal here. Hmm? And once you get this, see the liquidity sweep, it has to be a engulfing there. Then you take it out. This is a failed engulfing, right? Because this bullish engulfing are responsible for the taking out of this bearish engulfing. It turns into this time. Right? This is a failed engulfing. This is a bullish. I see that. I see that. I see that. I see that. So that is the power of this there. Can imagine the big move, the big move. Hmm? Imagine this big move there. That's right. That is for we refine. You can refine it to 4 hours. Let's see what happened for pattern in 4 hours. How pattern look like in 4 hours. Wow. You know, I told you that if you don't see a liquidity graph in liquidity sweep in a high time frame like daily or weekly, if you go one time frame lower, can you see this? See this? This is an engulfing, failed engulfing, or flipped engulfing. See it here. See it. See it. Hmm? Then price tap into it. See, price tap into it. This is failed engulfing here. Failed engulfing. Then we have another one here. This is a gap, a gap, a gap SNR. See it here. Hmm? A gap SNR. So you have a confluence there. 1, 2, 3. You have another confluence there that tap into this. Then, you know, yeah, and we tap into it with a liquidity sweep. What happened? Price moves higher. Hmm? Price moves higher. This tap into it with a liquidity sweep. Hmm? A sweep of this at this is what this is a fresh level what of this our that's high time frame breakout trend line. Then we have a fresh level of this with a multiple SNR fresh level, and it becomes fresh because the body takes it out, breakthrough, it become fresh. So and because it has liquidity graph here, this is double low. Price tap into it, take out liquidity, then tap into this, and what's up? Price move higher. Oh, it moves up. Price moves up. So that is the best thing for you, the best bet for you. That's the best bet for you. that is that for this. Then probably we go straight into this. We end this